Good morning, everybody. It's Stephen here for Bland Designs in the 88 Quilter, and welcome to a very special vlog on Christmas Day morning, December 25th, 2023. As you know, Walter and I are about to leave on our journey to Georgia to Stephanie Stitch's retreat, and we're looking so forward to it. We're not looking forward to the drive, 1,500 kilometers to Georgia from where we live, but nevertheless, right now, the weather, it's a little dull outside, but it doesn't look like it's doing anything out there yet. So the roads should be relatively dry and safe, and above all, free of snow. Yes, we do have snow tires though. We are prepared. So we have all of our stuff packed up. I hope we can get everything into the car. We should be able to. And I'm going to try to do over the next 9-10 days, because it's going to take us, well, let me back up. Today we go to Windsor, Ontario. Windsor, Ontario is just on the other side of the lake from Detroit. So that's where we'll be crossing over tomorrow, Boxing Day here in Canada, to start our journey through the States. So this first leg of the journey is very leisurely, because it only takes us probably about 3.5 hours to get to Windsor from where we live. And in fact, as I'm recording this, Walter is upstairs in bed still. So yeah, he doesn't wake up till 2, but we'll be leaving before then. He said something about getting out of here by 11. I wouldn't mind leaving a little bit earlier than that, because you never know. It is Christmas Day, the traffic should be good, but we go through Toronto on the 401. That's our major highway in Ontario, and it's busy any time of the day or night, every day of the week. It'll be very interesting to see how much traffic is on the road today on Christmas Day. Maybe not that much. You would figure it'll be pretty light, but there could be a lot of people traveling today too, to get to family and friends for Christmas Day. I don't know. We'll find out. But anyways, we're not in a terrible rush today. That's one reason why we decided the first leg of our journey would be just to Windsor. We did think about driving into the States and possibly all the way to Lexington, Kentucky. But we thought that might be pushing it, because that's probably about 8, 9, maybe even 10 hours, depending on the traffic and that, from where we live. And since Walter's doing all the driving, I didn't want him falling asleep at the wheel. Not that he probably would. He's probably already asleep at the wheel if it's too early in the morning. But anyways, I'm there to navigate and nudge him, make sure he's awake. So yeah, that's the first leg. And then tomorrow, as I said, we will cross over the bridge. Hopefully there won't be a big problem. It is Boxing Day. Boxing Day is a holiday here in Canada. So the traffic again, hopefully, will be very light going across the bridge. We have our passports ready, and I'm a little bit concerned that they'll look in the back and see the back of the car full of stuff. And when we tell them it's sewing machines and we're going to a quilting retreat, I wonder what kind of look we're going to get from that. But not that I figure we'll have that much of a problem with it, but I did bring the receipts for our sewing machines, and I have them readily available if they question us about that, especially when we're coming home. Not so much going into the States will they say anything, but coming home, they might think we did a lot of purchasing. Well, we are going to do a lot when we get to that quilt shop. Am I going to declare that? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. You tell anybody. You're off my Christmas list. Okay, so yeah, so that day, second day of the drive, we go across the border and we get to Lexington, and we have a hotel already booked in Lexington, Kentucky. And Stephanie will be joining us at that point as well. So we're all rendezvousing, Stephanie and Walter and I, at this hotel in Lexington. And I believe she has another person attending the retreat in tow with her as well. So there'll be 4 of us. So we'll see what we'll do for dinner then. Of course, everything should be pretty much open, because I don't believe Americans celebrate Boxing Day. In fact, I've had a lot of people ask me, what is Boxing Day? It's more of a British thing, but because we were part of the British Empire, we have carried over some of their holidays still to this day. So the day after that, which will be Wednesday, we make our way down to Georgia and to the retreat location, and we are staying the night at the retreat location. We made special arrangements for that. And we're going to give Stephanie a hand as well, getting things set up and ready for everybody for the official opening at 10 a.m. on Thursday morning. And it's going to be a blast. I am sure of that. I'll try not to kill too many people when they look over my shoulder and ask me what I'm doing. I'm joking. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. No, you're not. I'll be a good boy. Well, good for me. So yeah, it should be a lot of fun. We have kits made up, ready to go. Walter is going to be sewing a quilt. Yes, I know. But he did cut out a shirt pattern, just in case he gets bored or he, finishes the quilt. Yeah, like that's a possibility. Um, Anyways, it should be a lot of fun. We're taking down some goodies for the people at the retreat, and we're bringing down some we think they're uniquely Canadian foods, things that the Americans don't have. We think, mostly junk food, and I think we're going to be going to Walmart down there. Why am I excited about a Walmart? We have Walmarts, okay? We're not in the backwoods. However, Americans have so much more to choose from in products. Well, it goes to figure, right? 330 million plus residents of the United States compared to about 34 million Canadian, 10 times more the buying power. So, of course, you have access as Americans to a lot more products, a lot more variety. What's my one goal when I'm down there? Okay, you're going to be grossed out. I want a can of spray cheese. We cannot get spray cheese here. Now, before you gag, I know what you're going to say. Why in the hell would anybody want spray cheese? Well, I actually like it. I love to grab a box of Ritz and make hors d'oeuvres for myself. I mean, I've often threatened my friends. I think, years ago, we were down in the States, and this is quite a long time ago, like 12 plus years ago or something, I think, when I did this. We went to Walmart. There they had spray cheese. I think I bought 4 cans of spray cheese. And I threatened my friends when they were coming over for dinner. I said, okay, something different on appetizers is to do it yourself. And I put out a box of Ritz and I put out a can of spray cheese. Said, knock yourself out. It was a joke, but I don't think they really appreciated my humor about that. I think they thought seriously I was going to feed them this stuff. But I like it. So I do intend to gross some of the participants out with it, Yeah, who knows? But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And of course, we're going to see if we can pick up some couple of bottles of champagne for New Year's Eve there. Now, we are taking some wine down with us. 2 boxes of wine. 2 4-liter boxes. So we've got 4 liters of white, 4 liters of red. Now, do we intend to drink all of that on our own? Yes. Well, maybe not Walter, but I do. I've got a straw and everything. Just the world's largest juice box, No, not really. We're taking it down, and anybody who would like to have some wine at some point, they're more than welcome to help themselves to it. We could have probably bought it at Walmart as well. But I'll be honest, I don't think I can't think of too many American wines. This will sound snotty, sorry. I don't think there's too many American wines in a box or in a bottle that I've ever had that I could say I really enjoyed. I am not a fan of American wines. Now, mind you, most of the ones I've ever had came from California. We have been in the Napa Valley in California many years ago. Still not impressed. Not really. Not really. But then again, we do have good wines in Canada. Ontario has a wine growing region, Niagara-on-the-Lake, and there are some very nice wines. But I'm biased because I'm Canadian. Okay, so what do I say? Like the French, poo-poo on American wine. Put it this way, if I'm drinking it out of a box, how picky can I be? Right? But anyways, we're stocked up for that. So, we're looking forward to all of that. It's going to be an experience for sure. And yeah, now, this is Christmas Day. So what are we having for Christmas dinner? Well, that's up in the air. We have taken, Walter made some sandwiches and we have some cookies and things like that. Maybe we'll buy a little bit of junk. There is a roadside service center on the highway just outside of Windsor that we're going to stop at so we can top up on gas for the next day. And we'll see what they have in there that we might supplement Christmas dinner with. It is a little strange. I do not feel like this is Christmas. I don't. Um, Not that we do a heck of a lot on Christmas Day, because we don't do a heck of a lot on Christmas Day usually. Usually it's just Walter and I. Now, sometimes, some years we'll go over to my sister's. Some years my sister and everybody will come over here and we'll do the dinner thing. I'm usually worn out for about 3 days after the fact. With that, that's when you really start to feel your age, is when you're making dinner for a large group of people and serving. Yeah, I'm sore for about a day. Mainly that's my own fault because I run up and down the stairs because I like to have people down in my rec room, which is down here, just through that door over there. So I've got hors d'oeuvres downstairs, but then I'm running dishes and things upstairs because then we sit in the dining room and it's a lot of up and down, up and down, up and down. I'm not a young man anymore. I need servants. I really do. My ideal for servants would be gnomes. Gnomes, because they're small enough you can put them in a closet when you don't need them and then just call them out and tell them, get me a drink. Kind of a thing. Yeah, I'd be a brutal master to the gnomes. Gnome master. Ooh. Well, anyways, I digress, as I usually do. By the way, this happens to be my vlog for today. I didn't label it because this is it. You're looking at it. I'm drinking coffee. It's a little after 8 o'clock in the morning. And yeah, I'm rambling. So I'll continue to ramble. If you're bored with me, turn me off. I'm killing time before Walter gets up and get on the road. Don't you hate that when you go on a trip? I like to be all packed up, ready to go the night before. Everything is laid out, ready to go. Upstairs, the top of the stairs by our front door, all our stuff is there, including Walter's. Oops, I don't know how that got up there, but it did. And we just have to basically get it in the car. Now, I make lists when I'm packing for things, and I start the lists basically weeks before I go away from someplace, and I add to the list. And then I use that as my checklist for everything. So that's the next thing I have to do after I'm finished this, is I've got to go over my list to make sure everything's there. Then I go over the list for Walter too, to make sure he has at least all the essential stuff. But I think we're in pretty good shape for all of that. So then we do the whole thing in reverse when the retreat's over. We're going to drive on our way home on January the 1st. We'll stop at Lexington again, same hotel. We've got a room there. I think Stephanie is staying there as well. And then we part ways with Stephanie. She goes back off to Ohio, and we make our way back up to the Ambassador Bridge to the border, and hopefully no problems there and come across. Now, this is where we're not sure what we're doing, because it's about 5 hours from Lexington, 5.5 hours from Lexington to the Canadian border. And then it's another 3.5 hours to get home. So that's about, 8.5, 9 hours of driving. So I don't know if we're going to make a beeline all the way back home on that day, on January the 2nd. We're thinking not. We may stop in a place called Chatham, which is on the way home, and just take our chances that we can get a hotel room. We probably can this time of the year. Worst case scenario, we can't get a hotel room. We'll just drive and come home. But we'll see. That's the only part of our trip that is not planned out. Everything else is booked, everything for that. So while we're at the retreat, of course, there are several of us that are YouTube creators. Stephanie, of course, and Shannon of Slay Arts, and Russ of Quilt Meets World. And we will be meeting together as creators. Anybody who's going to the retreat who sees this, please don't be upset with us when we kind of go off to do something in private, because, well, it's creator business. And if we told you what we're planning or what we're going to plan for the future, we'd have to kill you. So, yeah, so don't be offended, because I am going to take video And ideally, I would like to post something almost every day when we're at the retreat, but I don't know. It depends on so many factors are involved here. I mean, one, the internet connection. Two, um, the technology that I use for it, because it won't be my usual way. I've got my iPad, my iPhone, I have all my cables, I have a little tripod, everything like that. I've done this kind of thing before in other locations, and you know that if you're a regular subscriber. So I probably should be able to do stuff, uh, you know, without any problem. But I don't know when I'm doing it. The other thing too is I'm not there just to do video all the time, right? I want to sew, I want to socialize, I want to eat, I want to drink, I want to have a good time, I want to make merry. Don't know who she is, but we'll find out. And yeah, so it'll be hit and miss probably as from your point of view. Okay, so make sure you're subscribed to my channel and that you've got the notification bell. Not that that always works, but make sure you hit on that as well. And if you're already subscribed, just double check by hitting subscribe again and seeing what comes up as the bell notification. Okay, so that was a little plug for, subscribing to my channel. I'm not doing bad, but I don't think I'm going to hit 10,000 by the end of the year. And I really, realistically didn't think so. But I'm doing pretty good, though. I think last I looked, I had 9,822. So it's close. It's getting there. Yep, it's getting there. And I know that Shannon and Russ have a goal of 1,000, and theirs are getting very close too. So if you have not subscribed to them, please do so. Slay Arts and Quilt Meets World, and of course Stephanie. Stephanie is the mama of us all of creators in this niche, and she's going for 20,000, and she's very, very close. So if you have not checked out Stephanie Stitches, or if you've checked out Stephanie Stitches but you've forgotten to subscribe, fix that up, will you? Hit that subscribe button. It costs you nothing for all of us. So yeah, what else can I say? Well, I hope you're having a great Christmas day. I hope Santa's been good to you. I hope you're getting to see family and friends. Everything is festive. And, like this old song says, let's put our worries behind and have yourself a merry little Christmas. And we'll see you from the retreat soon. Could be something go up tonight from our hotel room. We'll see. Have a good one. Merry Christmas.